Hi guys, happy 4th of July. It is my favorite holiday. Not only because I am so grateful to the people who sacrificed their lives so that we could have barbecues and parades, but also because you don't have to give anybody um, cards or gifts, right? And that's gotten way out of hand, I think. All this cards and exchanges and gift giving for every holiday. It's crazy. Except for St. Patrick's Day, the only thing you generally have to buy is beer for somebody. That's great. I can do that. I can handle that. So I had written a post yesterday about the fact that I had put my trust in somebody in an organization, and that trust had been broken, and I was very disappointed, and not so much in them because I had seen the red flags before I joined, and then when I did join, there were more red flags and warning signs, but I ignored it because I was honored to have been invited and belong, right? So I was going to write about my experience with that. I'm sure people can relate to being disappointed and, finding out something that they really believed in was not what they thought it would be. But so I'll talk about that later on in the week because I do want to get back to it and address it. But today I do want to talk about, because it is the 4th of July, what freedom means to me, and the fact that for most of my life I did not pay attention, and I'm ashamed to admit that because there's military who sacrifice so much so that we can do the things that we do and pursue whatever it is that we want to pursue and aspire to. And briefly, I would like to address the fact that people bring up like the mistakes our country has made. And I'd love to remind you that America had just been born. We were in the infancy stages, and then we progressed to the toddler stages and the teenage stages. And we learned as we went along. Yes, slavery is bad, and guess what? We abolished slavery. We moved on. And we gave women the right to vote. We moved on. There's some things I don't agree with that have happened that still are happening. But there's nothing to be ashamed about America because we generally will learn from our mistakes and right what is wrong. And to keep insisting that we talk about these things, we are living in an age of the most freedom that there is. We have the internet that we can, you don't even need to go to college to learn things. There's books everywhere. You can use online resources, and then you can use life experience. So we are in an age where we have the most freedom that we ever have had. We also have the most distractions, because while you can use a computer to learn, you can also use it as an excuse and just to be entertained, right? So, and so most of my life, I did not pay attention to what was going on really with the world. I mean, I would know, but I really wouldn't investigate there's so much to know. But looking back, I would say, I wish I had really paid attention in history. I wish I'd followed history. Because the more knowledge you have, the more power and control you have over your own life. That's so true. And in order to have freedom, well, if you want to have happiness is really about the freedom to choose, right? The freedom to choose what you want to aspire to in life, to do something valuable and productive in your life. And I spent a lot of time distracted by silly things, going to parties, looking fabulous, just entertainment, movies, TV shows, Friends, hello, books, fictional books. You know, so I was always escaping. And the more you escape life, it corrodes your character. It corrodes your courage, you know, because then when difficult things happen, you're so used to an easy life or escaping things and being entertained. That's what you value. Then it makes it difficult to face reality. And so I think that's what's happening now. And so happiness really is about freedom, but freedom is about trust. Because if you don't trust somebody, you can't focus on your goals and your wishes and your desires because you're so worried that, somebody, an employer, a boss, a coworker, a friend, your husband, your wife, somebody is not being honest in who they say they are, that you can't drop your guard down, right? And when you can't drop your guard down, that's really not freedom. So in order to have trust, you have to have character. I mean, you have to be the person that you present that you are. I would think people would say that I'm quirky, but that I do stand up often when I see things that are potentially harmful to other people. And it's not just, and I'll call out people, and I don't mind being called out if I'm doing something wrong, you know. So in order to have freedom, you have to have character. No, in order to have freedom, you have to have trust. And in order to have trust, you have to have character. So that is what my message today is: to enjoy your life, for sure. But you don't have to be in the military to contribute to the protection of America and to the inheritance of the rights that you have been given and the freedom that you have been granted. But you have to stay vigilant. Freedom is not free. Nothing is free in this lifetime. And if it is, you get what you pay for. So make sure to stay vigilant. If you don't know the Constitution, learn it. Pay attention. It seems overwhelming. Absolutely, it's overwhelming. So many laws and regulations, you know. Sometimes I just want to throw up my hands and say, what's the point? What's the point? I'm just going to go back into my little world of escape and entertainment, because what's the point? The point is, people have sacrificed. People have really made difficult choices. Getting up at 3 in the morning, not seeing their families, doing such an honorable service to this country, only to come back and have the government crap on them in many instances. So if we just paid a little more attention, maybe they wouldn't have to work so hard. And if we helped them out, you know, I mean, that's how we can protect America and protect our freedom. So remember that happiness is about freedom, freedom is about trust, and trust is about character. So make sure that you protect your character in order to protect our freedom. All right? So that's it. So enjoy your barbecues and have a great day. Military, thank you so much for your service. I love you. I love the men and women who have served and will continue to serve. It's a great, honorable thing that you do. And I really hope to help by doing my part that I can. So thank you. Happy 4th of July. Remember, excuses won't. Moxie will.